first stars ignite in total darkness over 13 billion years ago. The leftover core of a long-dead star ticks away in perfect rhythm. Two galaxies collide. The outermost layers of a star's atmosphere wind their way through a system. A companion is pulled inevitably into a black hole. These are stories revealed by science, by physics and astronomy. But these stories are told in essentially a foreign language. Galileo himself said, the book of nature is written in mathematical characters. Mathematics is the language that scientists use to describe and understand our universe, the world around us. And it's incredibly successful. We've learned so much. But if scientists are to share what they've learned about the universe with anyone else, with you, we need to translate. We need to translate from the mathematics into a language that you can understand and appreciate. And we need to be clever about it too, so that we can bring science to new audiences, so we can share what we've learned about the universe with new audiences. In the past 10 months, I've been working with a very creative group of people to do just that, to translate science into a brand new language. And that language is dance. That's right, dance. Moving your body to music, dance. Don't worry, I'm not going to dance. We've already had that. I've been working with 7 dance companies, sharing with them what I know, what I love about the universe, sharing with them these stories. Not to dictate their movements, but to inspire them. To give those dancers and choreographers a chance to take these stories that we've learned in science and reconstruct them, retell them in their own way, in a language that makes sense to them, the language of dance. So that we can bring these stories to new audiences who may not realize that they enjoy dance because they've never been shared science in a way that they can enjoy. But maybe they can go and see and enjoy a professional, beautiful dance performance, and then, oh, by the way, you happen to learn a little bit about the way the universe works. Now, this translation from physics to dance isn't perfect. I mean, what translation ever is? But that's fine. Because the point isn't to communicate information. Information is cheap and free and easy to get. You can all pull out your phones right now and get all the information you want. But all those facts and figures and numbers and tables and jargon-filled websites, they can't give you intuition. They can't give you understanding. They can't give you a sense of how the world works. Maybe dance can. Maybe new languages can. And there's a larger goal here. By creating these dialogues between the science and the arts, by building these bridges, we're finding out what they have in common. And there's this misconception that the science and the arts are completely separate. That scientists have scientific mindsets and artists have artistic mindsets and they're nothing alike. This isn't true. This has never been true. What is science? Take away the mathematics. Take away the jargon. Take away the method. What is science? It's curiosity. Science is curiosity. Scientists are people who are curious about the way the world works. The mathematics and the jargon and the method, those are tools to satisfy that curiosity. And we are all curious, every one of us. Curiosity is as natural and as human as the desire to create art, to create music, to create dance. And while we may not all have the skills or talents to become musicians or dancers or artists or scientists, We can all appreciate what an artist creates, what a musician creates, what a dancer creates, what a scientist discovers. We can share in that curiosity. We can have our curiosity awakened, connected to, spoken to. We can share in that joy of discovery, in that pleasure of finding things out. We can share in the beauty of the universe as seen by a scientist by sharing these stories, by telling these stories in new languages. We can take these stories, find metaphors, use them to connect the science to us at an emotional level, a human level. And there are beautiful stories to tell and powerful metaphors to use. For example, instead of the first stars, we can tell the story of a revolution. Instead of a neutron star isolated in space, we can tell the story of a lighthouse keeper alone in the night. Instead of galaxies colliding, we have a tragic love. Instead of a planetary nebula, we have an artist awakening for the first time. Instead of a star being pulled into a black hole, we have a broken heart that can't let go. These are stories revealed by science and told through the arts. These are stories of our universe that you deserve to hear. Science isn't owned by scientists. It's owned by you, all of you. This is your universe too. You live here. This is your home. You deserve to know how your home works. You deserve to have science communicated to you in a way, shared with you in a way that you can understand, in a way that you can appreciate and enjoy, in a way that compels you, that grabs you. You deserve it. Thank you.